guys, today we're going to do something very different. I call these sea doodles because basically I sketched starfish, I sketched a crab, a seashell, and a seahorse, and then once I did my sketch, I used a waterproof black pen and I outlined each sketch. So everything was just perfectly outlined. So once I start painting with watercolors, nothing gets disturbed. That ink won't get disturbed. So that's why you want to have a waterproof pen, black pen, to work well with watercolors, with water. And these are the colors I use basically for anything blue, so like the seahorse and starfish and so on. Whatever I painted with blues, that was just cobalt blue and cobalt turquoise light. And then for the reds, orange, which is the crab mainly, I use quin red with some of the yellow ochre and isolydolinol yellow deep. And then for the paper, I actually used here rough watercolor paper, which was a block, 140 pounds and 9 by 12, and the brand is Saunders Waterford. So I used a different watercolor paper than I normally paint on, which is Arches, because Saunders rough watercolor paper has more texture and I wanted to see that texture because I was just painting with one layer basically, and I knew it will look much prettier this way because there was no detail. It's just like two colors splashed over the object. And here's a screenshot of my working palette, so you always know what colors are placed where on my palette. I consider this a great exercise, especially for those of you that are new to watercolors. So my sketch is ready, and the next thing I am doing is outlining everything. So all these seashells, starfish, there's more than one starfish, there's about 3 of them. There's a stingray, and then we have a crab. So take your time with outlining, and also I was adding extra lines as I was kind of like sketching again, but with that black pen. So have fun, and it's okay if you go over the lines. Just take your time and have fun with it because nothing has to be perfect here. We're going to paint it over with watercolors. So we're going to create quick doodles for fun. This is a great exercise and warm up, especially if you're coming back from a trip or you haven't painted for a long time. This is a great way to warm up, to touch those brushes again and dip them in paint and start painting with watercolors. I'm using here Long Round 8 Aqua Elite Series brush by Princeton, and what I did is I dipped my brush in water and then I went for the paint, and then I brought more even water and more water. So this is very transparent layer of watercolors, and I also want this to dry somewhat vibrant, so I am adding more paint, but I'm feeling it out all by like a moment. Like I see, okay, there is enough of the cobalt blue, there is enough of the cobalt turquoise light, and then I need some more water for more transparency. And as you see, I'm not coloring it like directly like on the inside of the seashell. I'm going all over the place, and I do want to see like the two colors of the blues, the two shades of the cobalt blue, so the cobalt turquoise light and the cobalt blue. So it's kind of like I'm grabbing one color and then I'm grabbing another color, which is the cobalt turquoise light, and I'm placing it kind of next to the cobalt blue, and then I'm adding water for more transparency, so it still dries transparent, but it's the combination of the ink black pan and then painting over with those colors, like pretty colors, that makes it more interesting and like a fun thing to do, like when you don't have much time to paint or you just want to warm up or do something different. So this was kind of a fun project for me to do right before I went for a trip. So I wanted to do something quick outside of my regular painting. But my biggest tip is whenever you travel, you want to start painting something and you want to leave it halfway done, so when you come back it's easier to come back because you already have everything done there pretty much. You just need to, let's say, add another layer, one last layer, or some hair if you're painting the cat and so on. So this way it's really fun to easier to come back to it. And then I'm using some of the Quin Red because I'm going for the crab, so Isolidolin Yellow Deep, and whenever we mix the red with yellow we create orange. So I wanted to somewhat have that orangey color over the crab, which is why I have some of the Quin Red in there and then adding on top of that Isolidolin Yellow Deep. I have mentioned yellow ochre, but I'm not really going like directly for the yellow ochre. It's just there, so it's mixing once I go for the Quin Red, it's mixing at the same time with my Quin Red. So it would be not fair if I didn't tell you that I am not using yellow ochre. It's there, just tiny bit, but the main focus is on Quin Red and Isolidolin Yellow Deep. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick video.